With racing season fastly approaching, I'd like to inform new fans about Formula One. I'll be going over the teams, the schedule, the point system, and much more here in the Beginner's Guide to Formula One. Formula One, or F1, is the highest tier of single seater open wheel formula cars sanctioned by the FIA. The FIA stands for Federation International de Automobile. The FIA is a sanctioning body that organizes events, handles competition disputes, and handles all safety regulations. Formula One's inaugural season was 1950 and has been the premier world championship series since. Formula One also has a ladder system or a developmental system with lower series such as Formula 2 and Formula 3, with the ultimate goal of racing in Formula One. Although, once you win a championship in these lower series, you can no longer compete in these lower series. Now that I've briefly discussed Formula One, the FIA, and the ladder series, I would like to discuss the teams. The teams that will be represented in the 2024 FIA F1 World Championship include Red Bull Racing, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, Williams, Aston Martin, Renault Alpine, RB Toro Rosso, Stake Sauber, and Haas. Each team comprises of 2 cars during the season. This fills your 20-car starting grid. They also build and develop new cars each season to adjust to new rules and regulations, as well as innovating to outperform their competitors. They also introduce new upgrades to their cars as the season progresses. Now that I've briefly discussed the teams in the 2024 Formula One season, I would like to talk about the races. The Formula One season is comprised of a series of races called Grand Prix. These Grand Prix are ran at many different tracks and venues, such as closed, purpose-built courses or city street circuits. These Grand Prix are named by country, region, or city that they are ran. Recently, Formula One has implemented sprint races. These are shorter races the day before the Grand Prix where drivers can earn points towards the World Championship. Before I talk about the race formats, I'd like to discuss the schedule. The 2024 Formula One World Championship includes 24 Grand Prix weekends. These weekends feature many iconic circuits such as Monza, Spa, Silverstone, Suzuka, and the crown jewel race of the season, Monaco. The Monaco Grand Prix ran on the streets of Monaco since 1929, predates Formula One. This is the most prestigious race on the calendar and makes up 1/3 of auto racing's Triple Crown. Each Grand Prix weekend has 3 free practice sessions as well as an elimination style qualifying format. This qualifying session sets the grid for the Grand Prix. Each Grand Prix has a distance of 305 kilometers or 190 miles to keep the races under a 2-hour time limit. Each Grand Prix starts with a formation lap around the track before returning to their grid spots for the start. These races start from a standing position, where when the lights go out, the Grand Prix begins. During these Grand Prix, teams implement strategy based on tire wear, as they have the option to run different tire compounds. If a crash was to occur, race stewards have the option to implement a safety car, whether it be virtual, where the field reduces speed while the accident is being cleaned, or an actual safety car where they follow the safety car around the track while the incident is cleaned. Stewards can also implement a red flag if necessary, and the race will be resumed with another standing start. After each Grand Prix, the top three finishers are honored with a podium celebration and awarded a trophy. Also, the winning team, or better known as constructor, is also honored during this podium celebration and is awarded a trophy. Now that I've discussed the schedule and race format, it's time to discuss the points system. Each season, there are two championships up for grabs. These are the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship. After each Grand Prix, points are awarded to the top 10 finishing drivers. The winner receives 25 points, second receives 18 points, third receives 15 points, fourth receives 12 points, fifth receives 10 points, and so on, as the 10th place driver receives 1 point. Also, a point is awarded to whoever sets the fastest race time during a Grand Prix. The driver who accumulates the most points throughout the season claims the World Championship. Like I mentioned earlier, there is a Constructors' Championship also up for grabs. As I said, each team has 2 cars and drivers. Those drivers accumulate their own personal driver's points, but also pool points to accumulate constructors' points. Let's say a team has a driver who finishes second and a driver who finishes third. They would earn 18 points and 15 points respectively, and their constructor or team would earn 33 points, which is the total amount of 18 plus 15. The constructor who accumulates the most points throughout the season wins the Constructors' Championship. Sprint races also award points. After the sprint race, points are awarded to the top 8 drivers. First receives 8 points, second receives 7 points, third receives 6 points, and so on to the 8th driver who receives 1 point. These points add on to driver and constructor standings, just like points awarded in Grand Prix. Now that we've established what Formula One is, the sanctioning body, the ladder system, the schedule, the Grand Prix format, and points system, you are now off to a basic start with Formula One. My goal was to educate you before the start of the upcoming season. I hope you now better understand Formula One. If there's anything I may have missed or something you'd like to better understand, leave those responses in the comment section below. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more great content like this. Now go out and enjoy the prestige, pageantry, and elite racing that Formula One has to offer.